Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking with Rodrigo Lopes. He recently started a project called Web Shaping Bay that is aiming to help the surfing industry move towards more environmentally friendly materials and processes. Welcome, Rodrigo. Give us a short introduction about yourself.
Thanks, Ezequiel. I'm Rodrigo. I was born in Brazil. I live in Portugal since 2016. I surf for more than 15 years. And I'm also an architect, and I created Web Shaping Bay.
Why don't you tell us a little bit more about the website itself first, and then we can jump into the Grasshopper side of things.
Yeah, sure. I can show you here. I'll share my screen. Web Shaping Bay, it's a web-based surfboard modeling software, and you select a preset. If you're making a shortboard, for example, a longboard, you have all these presets that you can choose to start from, but you can basically do any board on any preset. You can change it to your desire. So you choose your preset and you have your preset loaded. That's just a 3D view of the board, and then you have all the information on a 2D view and a few informations about your board as well. And on the right side, you have many parameters you can choose that would form that board and the information you want from it. For example, the hollow wooden structure of this model, and you get the 2D parts that form that model that you later can laser cut or CNC or just cut by hand, print it, and build your surfboard. And then you go to the export button here on the right, and you can receive that file. You have a one-to-one scaled PDF. So if I go to 100, that will be the size of the board, the outline, and then you have the whole internal structure of the board. You can select the size of the holes, and this is all powered by Grasshopper and ShapeDiver. I started with a Grasshopper definition. Should I show you the?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Okay, I can show you. That's the Grasshopper definition, and it's basically the same. You can select the data, you can select the length, the outline, and you will change the board instantly. Here are the inputs, the same that you could see on the ShapeDiver on the right side. So the same way is like the dimensions are made here. It's basically points in space that form curves, then form surfaces, and you have the dimension, you have the rocker, you have the outline, you have some presets of the nose and the presets of the tail, and it goes to the foil, which is basically parts of the surfboard that I created this definition thinking on how we would make a surfboard and how we were gonna start. So it's like you start by the length, and then go to do the outline, then you start foiling, and then the rocker, the rail line is the apex of the rail, how the rail is made. Then you have the rails, how it's made. You have the deck and the bottom of the surfboard is also important, where you have the hole, how it's gonna perform with the dynamics in the water. So this is a bit messy configuration because I was playing with it. It's the newest model, which will try to upload soon, a new version to Web Shaping Bay. To adapt to ShapeDiver, I had to optimize the mesh. This is the BREP preview, and the mesh is a bit less defined as the BREP to make it faster to run on ShapeDiver. Here's the export the file to ShapeDiver.
Are you using any special plugins other than the ShapeDiver plugin?
I use some of the ShapeDiver plugins like that help to make the PDF, Squid, Pufferfish, and but not many actually for this configuration, because I actually started this configuration many years ago. At the beginning, ShapeDiver didn't have many plugins available, right? I had to make it all native components from Grasshopper.
You started to get creative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about the origins of Web Shaping Bay? What drove you towards surfing and towards trying to bring this new way of building surfboards?
When I moved to Portugal in 2016, I started a master's in product design. Then the thesis, I thought of tackling the surf industry. And I just found out that the materials that I use today, basically the same petroleum-based materials that were used 70 years ago. And then I thought of exploring different materials. And at the time, I was kind of intrigued by brown rash paper structures. And I thought of making some surfboard out of paper and cork. That's when I thought that probably Grasshopper would be the perfect tool for taking that direction. And I did my master's thesis. I made a surfboard out of strips of cardboard and cork.
When was it? I think you mentioned you were in a some sort of a contest.
It was a competition that Mel and WSL made. The goal was to make a surfboard out of COVID waste. Since I made something with cardboard, it was something that was actually grew a lot with COVID, all the deliveries and everything. So I got some boxes and made a surfboard out of cardboard and cork with all the masks inside and a panel for the fins with masks that I used during all that time. And it got selected, it got sent to Peniche and to Ericeira for this competition where some pro surfers surfed with those boards.
Oh, nice.
With 10 other shapers that tackled the same issue with different ideas, and was super fun. With the same surfboard, I made it out of wood. That's how I kind of evolved to the wood aspect of the surfboard now on Web Shaping Bay, where you can have the skin on frame 2D plans.
And now that people can access this from their phones or tablets, we even have AR, they could actually see the surfboard in AR. Where do you see e-commerce and surfing going in the future?
That's interesting. Yeah. Right now, Web Shaping Bay is more directed to wooden surfboards. The goal is to increase the number of wooden surfboards and decrease the number of PU boards, if you say so, to cause impact in the surf industry. There has been a lot of environmental and social thought about it in the industry, and
no, it's great. I think this plays along into distributed manufacturing as well. So someone could be designing this directly from, let's say, from Brazil, from Australia, from South Africa. They can directly download the PDF files or the DXF files and manufacture it themselves instead of having it centralized and shipped. You're reducing the carbon footprint of
exactly.
in the surfing industry. No, I think this is a great concept. Rodrigo, thank you very much for your time. This has been great. Congratulations on the Web Shaping Bay. I think it's looking great, and we're looking forward for the new models. So anything else you want to say?
No, thank you very much, Ezequiel. Yeah, I hope this keeps going and evolving. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much, Rodrigo. See you next time.
Bye.